Slate Digital just dropped a brand new plugin, and this thing is a straight up banger. It enhances the low end in just about anything you throw it on, and it's kind of like magic. Let me show you exactly what this is. This is called Infinity Bass, and it adds a ton of low end to just about anything you throw it on. And right off the bat, I just want to say that the GUI is gorgeous. Everything here looks amazing, and the different settings change the different planets that are inside. So as you turn the amount up, it fills out the planet, and each one changes a different planet. The GUI is just gorgeous. Now, of course, looks can be deceiving, but not with this plugin. So first I want to throw it on a thick mix and see what I can do with it. So here I have a mix that sounds like this. Right off the bat, it's not sounding too bad, but I want to enhance a little bit of that bass, and I want to see if I can get that kick to just sit in the mix just a little bit better. Let's work on that kick first. So here I have an instance of Infinity Bass on the kick, and I'm going to turn it on, and there's this magic preset called Kick Magic. And let me show you what it does to the kick. It's quite the massive difference. I've used R-Bass and tons of other plugins similar to this, but I've never seen a plugin do this exactly. It's like adding a ton of saturation, and it's almost like adding a sub low end underneath everything. Usually to get a kick to sound this good, I usually have to blend samples, but not in this case. So we get the kick sounding better. Now let's get that bass sounding better. So I have two different bass tracks here. One is a clean bass with tons of transients in it. And then here is a gritty bass. And then I blend the two of them together to make it sound super thick. So I'm just gonna work on the cleans right here. And I found this preset called Bass Exciter, which I really like. I'm actually gonna turn the amount up even a little bit more without it. Now with it. Once again, it's quite a massive difference. And now in the context of the mix. Now this is sounding fantastic, and I do want to throw it on the full mix, but I want to try and play around with some of the knobs first to show you what all of them do. The whole setup is pretty simple. You have 4 different sections here: punchy, warm, deep, and phased. All of them have different characteristics to the plugin. Now here is the amount, which is essentially how much of that low frequency that you're adding. This frequency knob here is what will trigger or target the frequency that will be used to generate the subharmonics or influence the overall tone of the processing. Here is the characteristics, and it modifies the different characteristics of the signal, which I've noticed that if I turn it up, it adds a bit of saturation to the top end. You can get bass to cut through smaller speakers like phones. And if you turn it down, it does the opposite. And then the output gain is just so that way you can trim the gain a little bit, because this plugin does add a bit of volume because it's adding an extra subharmonic to the whole thing. And if you have any questions about it, you can always just press this button over here and it'll tell you exactly what everything does. Now there are knobs up here, but they are the same knobs that are down here. So this is the amount, this would be the frequency, this right here is the characteristic. So the same knobs down here are also up here. And I find myself using this a lot more than just coming in here and using this. All right, so now let's throw this thing on the full mix and see what it sounds like. I found this preset called Full Mix Enhancer, and let's give it a shot. I'll just gradually turn the amount up as the song progresses. Of course, as you crank that up, it really just destroys the mix, but around 15 to 20% seems to be doing quite a great job at just making the whole mix sound a bit more rich and full. This is definitely one of those plugins you can go overboard with, so be careful, but I've never seen a plugin do this with this much control before in my life. This is going to be a brand new staple in every single one of my mixes from here on out. If you like this video, then you're going to love my free masterclass on how to mix vocals at home. Definitely click the link at the top of the description and watch that there. It's absolutely free. Otherwise, click on this video here and watch that, and I'll see you over there. Now, as always, go create.